Hey, greetings, Steel Toe Tribe. Dennis LaRue, your weekly wingman, your Chief Encouragement Officer, here to bring you this week's edition of the hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week, and this is episode number 36. So glad you can join me. For those of you that are new, if you have never watched any of these videos, you can actually catch the previous 35 episodes out on my YouTube page, Dennis LaRue Jr., and on YouTube. You can catch it there. You can also catch it on right here on this page as well. So glad you're here, Ed Reed. Glad you're here, my friend. We've got a great quote this week, and it's one that takes me back a long time ago in a galaxy far away. But it's not a Star Wars quote, okay? My quote comes from a movie that I have seen more times than probably any other movie that I can think of, and it's The Dead Poet Society. Have you seen that movie before? It was a very impactful movie on me, and the quote comes from that movie, and it's simply this. It's the phrase, carpe diem. Carpe diem. Seize the day. If you've seen the movie, you may even remember the scene where Robin Williams, playing Professor Keating, who inspires his English class for the first time, shares with them carpe diem, seize the day. And at the very end, as he's taking them into the trophy area, the entrance to the school, where you can see all the history and the pictures of classes years gone by, he gets up next to the glass and he whispers as if voices from the past were speaking to these young men, telling them that to live carpe diem, to seize the day, and to make their lives extraordinary. I've got chills telling you that because I can visualize, I can remember being in the theater when I heard that for the first time. And I remember the impact that movie had on me after the movie, and it made a difference in my life. I began to look at each day differently. I began to look at each moment differently, and I also had some limiting beliefs and barriers in my life broken because of that movie, and took a more confident approach in a lot of the ways that I lived after that. If you can believe it or not, the very first time that I got up to give a speech in my speech class, I walked out the door, scared to death. And that movie helped me build that confidence to not do that again. That I have a voice, and that I am unique, and that you are unique, and that there are people out there that need to hear what you have to say, and they need to share and learn from your experiences. And so here we are. Hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week. Carpe diem. Seize the day. What do you need to seize in your day? Because you're unique. You're unique. What is it you need to do to live unique? To make your life extraordinary. Notice he didn't say make your life ordinary. Extraordinary. What does an extraordinary life look like to you? What does that mean to you? And how do you live that out? Jennifer, glad you're here, my friend. What does an extraordinary life look like to you? A couple of things pop into my mind on how I live an extraordinary life. And the first thing that pops in my mind is every day I seize the day and live an extraordinary life by tapping into my extraordinary Creator first. I spend time with the one who made me, because that's my source. He's my source in everything that I do. So that's where I start. Now, that may not be where you start, but that's where I start. That's how I live extraordinary. I tap into my source. Another thing that I do each day is I look to inspire people, to encourage and inspire. It's just, it's something within me. Whether it's what I'm doing right now with you, spending time with you. It might be responding to somebody in social media land. Or I schedule people and events in my schedule so that I can fulfill my purpose. To spend time with them, to encourage, to inspire. And then the third thing that I do is I look for opportunities every day that help me to fulfill my new unique purpose, that help me to go and help me to grow bigger than I am at that moment. Every day. And seize the day, seize the moment. And also you have to look for it. Do you know what you're looking for to seize your day? Because if you don't know what you're looking for, then how do you know you're living an extraordinary life if you don't know what it looks like? So if that's you, I encourage you this week to take time to write out what an extraordinary life looks like to you. I would also encourage you to take time this week to see who is constantly being brought into your path for you to take time with and to encourage and to inspire. I don't believe in accidents. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in providence. And you and I are here this day to make a difference, to seize this moment. Let me ask you this question. If today were your last day to write a page in your story for all to read and for all to see, what would you need to accomplish to finish that page? What do you need to do? Who do you need to see? Who do you need to spend time with? What activities? Because you see, we all have a page to write. If you only have one page to write, what would be in that page for everyone to read? Thanks, Ed. Just think about that for a minute. Because that's going to direct you and guide you and lead you in the direction that you need to go. Because there's no guarantees for tomorrow. We're guaranteed right here, right now, this moment together. So seize the day. Make your life extraordinary. Go make a difference. One word from you might be the catalyst. That one encouraging word could be the catalyst that propels you, but more importantly, somebody else, into fulfilling their story, their destiny, and making their lives extraordinary, and helping them write the next page, the next paragraph of their story. So, are you ready? Are you ready to make a difference? What I'd like for you to do in the comments below is, what's one action, just one, what's one action you're going to take to live an extraordinary life? One action. Because that one action is going to inspire everybody that reads this. So take that. So do that. In the comments below, what's the one action you're going to take to live an extraordinary life? And as we wrap this up, we're going to bring it to a close, because it's time for you to seize the day. It's time for you to make your life extraordinary. It's time for you to move forward and take steps to completing your story. So, with all that said, let's wrap this up with my favorite part, the blessing. I pray the blessing of bread, that you know no hunger. I pray the blessing of salt, that your life would be flavorful and your life would be flavorful to others. And I pray the blessing of wine, that joy and prosperity would be yours, and that the love of God would be your portion this day and forevermore. Seize the day, my friends. Take a moment, share this message, and comment below what you're going to do to make your day extraordinary, that one action you're going to take. I appreciate you. Pray God's blessing on you this week. Have a great week, and carpe diem.